History as we know it follows a timeline, a story of progress, invention, and discovery. But what if that timeline isn't as clear as we think? Every now and then, archaeologists stumble upon something that shouldn't exist. Objects far too advanced for the age they come from. Tools, maps, and mechanisms that whisper of lost knowledge, or civilizations long forgotten. These artifacts don't just challenge our understanding of history, they rewrite it. They suggest that ancient humans may have possessed knowledge that vanished long before modern times. Or perhaps they weren't alone in their quest for understanding. In this episode of Mysteries Uncovered, we'll examine 5 of the most baffling artifacts ever discovered. Objects that seem to break the rules of time and reason. From a gear-filled machine hidden beneath the sea to a map that charts Antarctica before it was covered in ice, and even a hammer sealed in stone for millions of years, these relics raise one haunting question. What if our ancestors knew more than we think, or had help from somewhere else? So join us as we uncover 5 ancient artifacts that shouldn't exist. In 1901, off the coast of a small Greek island called Antikythera, divers discovered a shipwreck filled with ancient treasures, statues, pottery, jewelry, and one small corroded piece of bronze that would change history forever. At first, it looked like a lump of metal, but when scientists began to study it, they realized it was filled with interlocking gears, dials, and inscriptions, unlike anything from the ancient world. This was the Antikythera Mechanism, built around 100 BCE. After years of analysis, experts determined it was a mechanical computer, designed to predict eclipses, planetary positions, and even the phases of the moon, with a level of precision unmatched until the 18th century. How could ancient Greeks have built something so sophisticated, centuries before modern clockwork existed? Some believe it was crafted using lost technology, or by an unknown civilization that mastered mechanics long before the rest of the world. CT scans revealed that the mechanism once had at least 37 bronze gears. It was hand-powered, with inscriptions explaining astronomical cycles and celestial events. What's more, it wasn't a one-of-a-kind miracle. It was too well designed. That suggests it was part of a tradition, meaning other similar devices might have existed and been lost to time. If so, then the Antikythera Mechanism isn't just a mystery. It is a glimpse into an entire chapter of human history we've yet to uncover. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis created a map of the known world. But when it was rediscovered in 1929 in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, historians were stunned. The map showed Europe, Africa, and South America in remarkable detail, long before many of those regions were properly explored. But the real shock was further south. A detailed outline of Antarctica, drawn without its ice. Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820. Yet the Piri Reis Map depicted its coastline with uncanny accuracy. Modern sonar scans show the same ice-free shoreline, something that has been buried under ice for over 6,000 years. So how could a 16th century admiral have drawn it? Reis claimed he compiled his map from older source maps, including some dating back to ancient times. Could it be that those maps were created by a civilization that saw Antarctica before it froze? Some scholars suggest the map reflects the memory of a lost seafaring culture, perhaps one wiped out by the last ice age. Others go further, suggesting it's proof that ancient civilizations had access to advanced surveying technology, or knowledge passed down from beings not of this world. Whatever the truth, the Piri Reis Map remains one of history's most unexplained artifacts, a window into a time, or civilization, we have yet to understand. In 1938, in a Baghdad museum, archaeologist Wilhelm König stumbled upon something strange. A small clay jar just 15 centimeters tall, containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first glance, it looked unremarkable, but König realized the setup resembled a primitive battery. When the jar was filled with vinegar or grape juice, it could generate a small electric charge. This object became known as the Baghdad Battery, and it dated back over 2,000 years to the Parthian period. If true, it meant that ancient people might have harnessed electricity long before Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Edison. Some experiments have replicated its design, successfully producing small currents capable of electroplating gold or silver. That has led some researchers to suggest these ancient batteries may have been used in metalwork or even early medical treatments. Yet there's no historical record of electricity being used at that time. So how could such knowledge exist in isolation and then disappear for 2 millennia? Skeptics argue it was simply a storage jar. But even if it was, the precision of its materials, copper, iron, and acidic solution, is hard to dismiss as coincidence. Whether it was an accident or intentional, the Baghdad Battery remains an electrical enigma, a spark from the past that still shocks the modern world. In 1898, in Saqqara, Egypt, a region filled with tombs of nobles and pharaohs, archaeologists found a small wooden carving. It looked like a bird, but with wings shaped more like those of a modern airplane. The artifact, just 6 inches long, was dated to around 200 BCE. At first, it was dismissed as a toy, but in the 1960s, an Egyptian archaeologist named Khalil Messiha noticed something odd. The carving had no feet and a vertical tail, features found in aircraft, not birds. He built a scale model based on its design, and it flew. This led some to believe the Saqqara Bird was not a toy, but a model of a glider, possibly a symbol of flight or even evidence that ancient Egyptians had some understanding of aerodynamics. No written records mention flying machines, but Egyptian mythology speaks of gods who flew across the sky in fiery boats. Could this carving have been inspired by something real, something witnessed long ago? Skeptics say it's just symbolic art, but if you look closely, its wings are curved for lift and the tail acts as a stabilizer, features unknown in that era. Whether coincidence or forgotten science, the Saqqara Bird remains one of Egypt's most mysterious artifacts, a relic that might just prove humanity. Its dream of flight began far earlier than we ever imagined. In 1936, a couple exploring near London, Texas, stumbled upon a piece of wood embedded in rock. When they broke it open, they discovered something impossible, a modern-looking hammer, encased in stone, estimated to be over 100 million years old. The wooden handle was partially fossilized, and the metal head, made of iron with traces of chlorine and sulfur, was unusually pure, unlike any modern alloy. How could a human-made tool exist inside prehistoric rock? If the dating is accurate, it means the hammer was forged long before humans even existed. Some suggest the rock formed around the hammer later due to mineralization, but the evidence is inconclusive, and the mystery lingers. Others believe the hammer might be a oopart, an out-of-place artifact, proof of lost civilizations or alternate histories erased by time. Whether it's a natural oddity or a relic from a forgotten world, the London hammer challenges our understanding of what's possible. It stands as a quiet reminder that the past is not always as ancient or as simple as we think. From the depths of the ocean to the deserts of Egypt, these artifacts tell a story that doesn't fit our textbooks. The Antikythera Mechanism shows an ancient mastery of mechanics. The Piri Reis Map reveals knowledge of a world unseen. The Baghdad Battery sparks the idea of ancient electricity. The Saqqara Bird hints at early flight, and the London hammer questions the very timeline of human existence. Are these coincidences, isolated sparks of genius, or traces of something greater? Perhaps lost civilizations or advanced knowledge passed down through forgotten means. One thing is certain: history is not a straight line. It's a puzzle of discoveries, mysteries, and questions that lead us deeper into the unknown. The artifacts of the past are more than objects. They're messages whispering across time. We were here, we knew things, and maybe we still have more to tell you. Until next time, keep exploring the world's uncovered mysteries, because sometimes the most impossible discoveries are the ones that tell us who we truly are.